Can everyone hear me okay? Can everyone see and hear me okay? Thank you. All right, so I started recording, okay? I'm gonna go ahead and share my screen. All right, welcome everyone. Hope everyone is doing well. Today we're going to be talking about cultivating meaning and connection and the role that rest and joy can play in higher education. My name is Tanya DeBarros. I'm one of the counselors here at the Faculty and Staff Assistance Program. Dr. Phillips, do you want to say hi really quickly?
My apologies, everyone. I was having some serious difficulties with navigating different screens this morning. I am Dr. Tanya Phillips. I am the program manager here at the Faculty Staff and Assistance Program. Thank you all for being here to support us in this endeavor this morning.
All right, so today we're going to be talking about why rest is important and the role it plays in cognitive functioning, creativity, and overall well-being. We're going to discuss ways to incorporate joy in your daily routines and practices, and we're going to talk about how to build meaningful connections in the academic community. I know this presentation was advertised as the importance of rest and joy, but given everything that is happening in the world, we wanted to also add this component of community because community can also be very therapeutic during these times. We're going to be using Tricia Hershey's Rest is Resistance to explore the impact of grind culture in higher education, to discuss the tensions between the culture of higher education and the needs of the academic community, and the ways that society's overall encouragement of grind culture impacts the well-being of students, faculty, staff, and everybody in the higher ed setting. What is grind culture? Does anybody know what grind culture is or just want to share what their interpretation or understanding of grind culture is? And you can share it in the chat or you can come off mute.
When I hear grind, I immediately start thinking about being busy or, active, producing. That's the first thought that comes to my mind.
Yeah, all of those things are a part of grind culture. Producing, active, being active. Anyone else have any thoughts? Anything they want to share?
Well, I mean, you always hear people talking about moving away and getting out of the rat race, right? So, standing in traffic forever, trying to get to and from work. The expectation, which I don't have here, but the expectation across many arenas of business and industry is that you be available to answer your emails almost 24/7,
Yeah.
right? So it's this dichotomy of not having personal time. It's you're always on for work. You're always on for work related issues. You're going to work events. So
Mhm.
there's no rest time,
Yes.
no me time.
Yes, exactly. The email one is really, really big. A lot of people actually have anxiety around checking their emails now because of that expectation. Lauren shared in the chat, keep grinding it out, no rest, expectation of go, 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 no matter the load you may be carrying. Exactly. Thank you for that. I'm just going to share another definition for grind culture. Grind culture refers to the societal mindset that glorifies relentless work and productivity, often over well-being, balance, and personal fulfillment. It promotes the idea that success is solely achieved through hard work and sacrifice, which often leads to burnout Um, and when you're burned out, it actually makes you less productive. And it tends to impact ideas of self-worth, where people equate their value to their productivity and achievements. Worker bee syndrome. Yes, exactly. As I mentioned before, we're going to be using Hershey's Rest is Resistant. These are some of the key components of her framework. She names academia as one of the main sites of grind culture, the headquarters of pushing through exhaustion, competition, expectations, and a lack of balance. She proposes that we must actively practice, engage, and push back against dominant culture. We must snatch and interrogate and integrate rest in the quiet, loud, mundane, and full moments of our daily lives. And we must remain committed to building community and go into the deepest cracks to gather and care for anyone left behind. And we're going to be using this framework to kind of talk about some things today. So you shared a little bit about what grind culture is. What do you consider rest? What does it mean when people say rest is important? Or what is rest to you?
I think I know the natural or right answer to pass the test to say what rest is. But I think when it comes to actually finding an operational definition that I can say that I ascribe to, it's a struggle. All right. It's a struggle because there's always something to be doing.
Mhm.
So if I'm off from work, I'm still thinking about that presentation or that PowerPoint or somebody need this or somebody need that. So even unplugging can be difficult when your mind is consistently thinking about what you need to get done.
Yes, yes. And then the chat, we had sleep, meditation, rest, meaning not doing work-related activities, exactly doing things that you like for yourself. No electronics work for me. Yeah, thank you for sharing those. Here's another definition of rest. Conceptually defined as an activity that was personal, quiet, and effortless, experienced alone or with friends, and can help in daily activities. It's optimal balance between work, play, and rest. Some misconceptions about rest. Rest is unproductive. That is not true. Rest actually boosts productivity and creativity. Only sleep counts as rest. That is also not true. And you all are clearly aware of that by sharing that rest is meditation, no electronics, taking a break. It is sleep, but it's also a lot of other things. It can be reading or just doing nothing. You can catch up on rest later. That is not true. Chronic sleep deprivation can really have long-term impacts on your health and well-being. So it's important to sleep and really get as close to 8 hours as you can. It's not something that you can catch up on. Rest means being idle. Also not true. You can engage in low activity, walking, yoga, stretching. Those are also things that can be considered rest. And then rest means being lazy. Also not true. Rest is something that you can intentionally do to rejuvenate yourself, again, because it enhances productivity and well-being. While being lazy is something that implies just lacking motivation or avoidance of your responsibilities. I know I've mentioned a few times that rest contributes to productivity and overall well-being. Hershey believes that we are not resting only to be productive. We are resting because it is our divine right to do so. We're not just resting so we can do more work. We're resting because it is what we do to rest. How do we rest? Pausing from activity, taking a break from physical or mental tasks, taking naps, getting 8 hours of sleep, relaxing, doing activities you enjoy to unwind. Gabriella mentioned, no, meditation, no electronics, crafts, and reading. Those are great examples. Stillness, taking a moment of quiet where you can recharge and really focusing on your self-care. Here are some examples that Hershey lists in her book: closing your eyes for 10 minutes, taking a longer shower, meditating, daydreaming, slow dancing with yourself, having some tea. I know Dr. Phillips just made some tea, practicing rest, a sun salutation, praying, going on a long walk, taking regular breaks from social media. Grind culture impacts our ability to have pleasure, hobbies, leisure, and experimentation. It's taken our joy. Joy is a profound feeling of happiness and fulfillment that arises from engaging in meaningful experiences, pursuing your passions, and connecting to others. It's important to practice joy and do things you enjoy. Meaningful connections. Individualism is leading us to a path of exhaustion and death. Community care will save us. We can dream up all the ways to manifest and strategize the care of communities. Someone mentioned in the chat, silos are real in academia. It's really important to combat that because meaningful connections help with emotional support. They can increase our happiness. They give us a sense of belonging. They can help with personal growth, our health, our resilience, and they can help in terms of creativity too. Here are some ways to incorporate joy, rest, and meaningful connections in your day-to-day. Prioritize boundaries. Establish clear boundaries between work and personal time. Maybe not taking a work call on your way home. Maybe not taking a work call on your way in. Maybe eating lunch away from your desk. Embrace restorative practices. Gabrielle, you laughed. Oh, okay. This is a lunch and learn, but you're learning, so that's okay. Redefining success, challenging conventional definitions of success in academia that prioritize constant productivity and achievements, having a mental shift around that, cultivating a supportive community, really being intentional about building a network of peers who value rest and self-care. It's really easy for you to practice self-care and rest, but if everybody around you is not, that can make it a bit challenging. And then practice mindful engagement. Approach your work with mindfulness and presence instead of running through tasks or constantly striving for perfection. These are just some of the ways. And now we're going to practice, okay? I know we're here for work. We've spent some time going through the slides. I know I kind of went through it pretty quickly, but I wanted you all to get through the fun part. So I want you all to take 10 minutes. Let me see what time it is. 12:18. Let's say 7 minutes so we can have some time to check in before 12:30. I want you to take 7 minutes to practice play, joy, or connection. Rest, joy, or connection. And here are some examples. You can play a game on your phone. You can call a friend, parent, sibling, or family member. You can handwrite a letter to a friend or just free write, read, listen to an audiobook. These are some examples. Things that I do not want you to do. I don't want you to scroll through your social media. I don't want you to say, "Ooh, let me get 2 emails in during this time." If you're talking to a friend, do not talk about work. Do not send a work text. Do not work on a to-do list. Take this time to actually rest. And we're going to check in at 12:25. Okay. I'm going to leave these ideas up, but I am going to just stop the recording. All right, let's take a few more seconds to wrap up and come on back. Right. Hopefully you all are back. I can't really tell because